This is it's a big cat fever rod. It is supposedly, I want to say the story was, there was some quality control issues in China, and they were saying that the blank is actually in two pieces, right under the reel seat right here. We're going to cut this rod in two, and we're going to see if it is indeed two pieces. We're going to use a bandsaw to cut it, and got another big cat fever rod somewhere that was bought from Jamie K's, and this is a white medium heavy. We don't have a white medium heavy. We don't have a real, quote unquote, real big cat fever rod that's white medium heavy, but we're going to get one for this test. But today we're just going to cut these two. It's a black medium heavy, and we're going to cut them open, and we're going to see if they're actually two pieces under the reel seat. Well, this rod has been used for a little while, so they're not quite as shiny. The guide placement are pretty much identical. They're not actually claiming it to be a knockoff. They're claiming that these are actually quality control rejects from China.
So this is a better Chinese rod than this.
Yes, this one is. This one should be one solid blank all the way through. This one is actually two pieces under the reel seat. I personally believe, in my opinion, that it's not. I believe it's the same exact rod, and that's what we're here today to find out.
Yep. It is a two-piece under the reel seat.
Mm-hmm. This was a black medium heavy. This was a white medium heavy. The white medium heavy is obviously epoxied with two pieces, and the black medium heavy is not.
It's definitely one piece. They separated. It's two pieces.
That's two pieces. You can see the epoxy.
Yep.
Okay guys, we've concluded the first part of our test, and it was indeed two pieces. Now we're just waiting to get another real Big Cat Fever white cork handle medium heavy rod so we can finish our test. Hey guys, a certain company's rod has been in question as of recently. It's been labeled hashtag rod wars. One of the debates in this controversy is whether or not the rods being sold on Alibaba for an MOQ of 2 to 10 pieces are the same rods as the Big Cat Fever rods. If this rod is indeed one piece, that Big Cat Fever are doing their due diligence on quality control, and if that's the case, then that's awesome. So we're going to find out if these rods are quality control rods, as the company stated, or if they're the same rod. Came with the rod sleeve. I've been seeing those advertised on their site. Every rod comes with one. I can already see a difference in the logo. This logo is a more satin finish, and the logo on the other rod is a much shinier finish. Guys, I gotta admit, the rod does seem like a better rod so far. The rod does have some differences. This actually looks like a better quality rod. It feels like it could be heavier, I'm not real sure. Definitely might be eating a little crow on this one. Well, let's cut it open, find out. As you can see, there's a huge guide placement difference on these rods. Much shinier logo. You got a, looks like the same font and the same decal, except this is a lot more holographic looking, a lot shinier. And this one's a lot flatter. Maybe even a little bigger, maybe not. But you can see the main difference that catches my eye is the butt cap is different and the guide placement is different. All right, here we go. Let's cut this thing and let's see if there's a difference. Just hide your head. Let's see if there's a difference. The butt caps. You can see the difference in the butt caps. This is the reject, and this is the Big Cat Fever rod. Like I was saying earlier, the guide placement is different. I got the handles perfectly aligned. And you can see the first guide is several inches from the guide on the Big Cat Fever rod versus the quality reject. This one is the quality reject rod, and this is the Big Cat Fever rod. You can tell the difference in the blank material. It's a lot thicker on the Big Cat Fever rod. Okay, here's the quality reject rod, 16.31. Here's the Big Cat Fever rod, 16.25. 2.17 on the quality reject.
Yeah.
And 3.24 on the Big Cat Fever blank. That's the thickness.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
So they're much thicker. The guides and the wraps, you can tell the wraps look a little better on the Big Cat Fever rod as well. The epoxy's thicker. The wraps are a little longer. Quality reject, Big Cat Fever. See the difference in the logos. Looks to be the same guides, just the braced stainless steel guides. Guys, it's definitely a one-piece rod. Hats off to Big Cat Fever for running such good quality control. I never would have thought that. I know there's not that kind of quality control in China, so this must be them actually running their own test, which I think is just hats off to them. They could have very easily went with those QA rejected rods, but they didn't. And everything that they said lines up with the test that I've ran, and it seems as though I was definitely wrong. My opinion was they were the same exact rods, but they're not. They're completely different rods, and it's not just the fact that they're one piece and the other one aren't. I think it's superior in more than just that one aspect of it. Even the blank material is thicker on the real Big Cat Fever rod versus the quality reject rod. This was a public statement by Big Cat Fever. Catch the Fever Outdoors was established by anglers with the passion to provide the highest level of quality products on the market. Our team stands behind our products and will not put any product into circulation that is not approved by Catch the Fever, authorized manufacturer, and quality control team. We require all authorized manufacturers to perform a straight quality control and structural test on all rod orders before they are shipped to our facility. With that being said, after a week-long investigation, we discovered that in early 2018, a previous rod manufacturer outsourced part of their fabrications to a third-party source without our approval. We were informed that the rods produced by this outsourced manufacturer failed testing and were turned down by quality control. As a rule, rods that do not pass these tests are required to be destroyed. However, this unapproved outsourced manufacturer decided to sell the rejected rods on a third-party site without our knowledge. There are features of these rejected rods that our team at Catch the Fever Outdoors can discern as defective and will not be warranted by our company. We are proud to say that when you purchase an approved Catch the Fever product directly from us or one of our authorized retailers, you will receive the best quality products available on the market. Catch the Fever products are also backed with the best warranty and customer service available. We would like to thank all of our loyal customers for your continued support. Your support is what makes it possible for us to continue to produce new and exciting products and give back to the sport each year. So as they said, the unapproved outsourced manufacturer decided to sell the rejected rods.
Whoa!
Should have got that on camera. We did, didn't we?
Yes.
Okay, so just like they stated, these rods produced by this outsourced manufacturer failed testing or were turned down by quality control. So I'm assuming it wasn't Big Cat Fever's supplier that actually made those rods. They were outsourced to another manufacturer that made them like that, and they were rejected by quality control, whether that be in China or here, wherever they did the test. Kudos to them, because I would have never thought that. This is all beyond me. I had no idea that they were checking for that type of quality control, and that's awesome. Hats off to you guys. Good job testing those rods, guys. Those quality rejected rods, you're right, that's what they were. They were quality rejected rods. You guys, I don't know if you got the manufacturer to test them for you, if you tested them yourself. Either way, hats off to you. I'm very sorry for doubting you, and I wanted to run these tests myself, and I'm also surprised at how much better the rods were. I mean, it's not only that they were epoxied and two-piece rods under the reel seat, but they were of better quality, just in more ways than just that. A thicker blank material. The guide placement was different. Not that that's better, but the decals were even different. So I'm very surprised, and I'm not afraid to admit that I was totally wrong. Keep doing a good job, guys. Appreciate it. This is a black one. The black blank, the white Big Cat Fever rod blank might be a tiny bit thicker, but the black one is still thicker than the quality rejected rod. But hey, at least I got this cool rod stock out of all of this.